What did Cartier do that no other jeweler dared to do? What secrets lie behind its most iconic creations? And how did a brand that lost its founding family rise again to dominate the modern luxury world? But here's the real question. How did a tiny workshop in a chaotic corner of 19th century Paris become the jeweler of kings, the king of jewelers, and one of the most powerful luxury empires on earth? Imagine a single necklace so powerful it nearly toppled a monarchy. Imagine a watch created because a pilot was tired of fumbling with a pocket watch mid-flight. Imagine a jeweler so trusted that kings whispered their secrets across its counters, and so feared that rival houses accused it of sorcery. Now imagine all of these stories, the scandals, the revolutions, the impossible inventions, belonging to one company. Cartier, a story shaped by revolution, by three brothers who conquered three continents, by a woman nicknamed the Panther who redefined what jewelry could be, by Maharajas who brought trunks of gems across oceans, by scandals that destroyed empires, and innovations that created new ones. This is the untold story of Cartier, a story of ambition, illusion, power, and reinvention. And it begins in a Paris on the brink of collapse. Paris, 1847. The city trembled on the edge of revolution. Soldiers marched, posters called for uprising. Shopkeepers whispered of closing early. No one knew what tomorrow would bring. In the middle of this chaos, a young craftsman, Louis-François Cartier, made a bold move. He bought a tiny workshop from his mentor, Adolphe Picard. No fortune, no aristocratic ties, only belief that beauty mattered even in turmoil, and craftsmanship could outlast chaos. He opened under a new name, Cartier. No crowds, no fanfare, just a man, a workbench, and a fragile dream. Yet Paris was rebuilding. Gas lamps lit the nights, boulevards expanded, and a rising middle class sought symbols of status. Cartier was ready. He began with repairs, lockets, rings, pocket watches, treating each piece like royalty. Word spread. A widow told her sister, a merchant told a colleague. Ordinary people felt extraordinary. By the 1850s, the workshop outgrew its walls. Louis-François moved closer to Parisian elegance. Beside him, a boy watched and learned, Alfred Cartier, destined to carry the name from humble beginnings to global empire. As Alfred Cartier worked beside his father, Paris was transforming into the capital of culture and fashion. The old aristocracy still held power, but a new wealthy class was rising, hungry for symbols of success. Alfred saw Cartier could be more than a Parisian jeweler. It could be global. He had three sons, each a force of nature. Louis Cartier, the visionary. Louis, the eldest, was the artist. Even as a child, he had a strange relationship with objects. He didn't just look at them. He studied them, dissected them with his eyes, searching for the geometry beneath the beauty. While other boys played in the streets, Louis sketched. He filled notebooks with designs inspired by architecture, machinery, ancient civilizations, and the emerging Art Nouveau movement. He believed jewelry could be more than decoration. Could be structure, could be philosophy, could be modern. Louis was the one who pushed Cartier away from the heavy, ornate styles of the past and toward clean lines, bold shapes, and innovative materials. He saw the future before it arrived, and then he designed it. Pierre Cartier, the diplomat. Pierre, the middle brother, had a different gift. He could walk into a room full of strangers and leave with allies. He understood people, their desires, their insecurities, their ambitions. He knew how to negotiate without appearing to negotiate. He could charm a queen and a banker in the same afternoon. Pierre saw opportunity where others saw distance. To him, the Atlantic Ocean wasn't a barrier. It was a bridge. He He believed Cartier needed to conquer America. Not just visit it, conquer it. And he was right. The United States was entering a golden age of wealth, and Pierre intended to make Cartier the jeweler of its new elite. Jacques Cartier the explorer. Jacques the youngest was the quiet one. But beneath that calm exterior was a mind that burned with curiosity. He was fascinated by the world beyond Europe, by the colors, materials, and traditions of distant cultures. He devoured books about India, Persia, China. He studied gemstones not just as objects, but as artifacts of history. Jacques didn't want to sit in a Parisian workshop. He wanted to travel, to discover, to bring back treasures no one in Europe had ever seen. And he did. His journeys to India and the Middle East would later give Cartier access to some of the most extraordinary gemstones in existence, and inspire designs that blended Eastern richness with Western precision. Together, the three brothers formed a perfect triangle. Louis shaped Cartier's style, Pierre built its empire, Jacques sourced rare treasures. Each brilliant alone, unstoppable together. Under their leadership, Cartier became a house of innovation and elegance, where kings, queens, and maharajas sought what no one else could offer. Timing was perfect. Royalty was watching. By the late 19th century, Cartier was more than a workshop. It was whispered about in salons, trusted by elites. Trust became its currency. Royal clients arrived discreetly, bringing heirlooms and gifts. Cartier treated each piece like a crown. One commission for a court lady changed everything. Her smile secured Cartier's first royal warrant. Soon, monarchs across Europe came for coronations, weddings, and private indulgences. Cartier saw everything, said nothing. Silence became its power. But shadows lingered. Europe still remembered the diamond necklace scandal that ruined Marie Antoinette. Alfred Cartier learned the lesson. One scandal could destroy a dynasty. He built Cartier into a fortress of integrity. Every stone documented, every client protected. Cartier became the opposite of scandal, a sanctuary of order in chaos. And then came the moment that sealed its destiny. King Edward VII declared, "Cartier is the jeweler of kings and the king of jewelers." It was not a compliment. It was a coronation. Cartier became a symbol of power and legitimacy. But Louis Cartier wanted more than prestige. He wanted astonishment. In the early 1900s, he partnered with clockmaker Maurice Couet, inspired by magician Robert Houdin. Together they created the mystery clock, hands floating in empty space. No gears, no wires, just time suspended like magic. Clients were stunned. Kings, magnates, collectors fought for them. The mystery clock proved Cartier could bend reality itself. Yet another revolution was coming. Not in palaces but in the sky. The night that changed watchmaking forever. Alberto Santos Dumont, the daring Brazilian aviator, lived above Paris in his airship and treated gravity like a suggestion. At dinner with Louis Cartier, he fumbled a pocket watch and muttered, "A pilot needs both hands. A pocket watch is useless in the air." Louis didn't laugh, he sketched. He designed a square, masculine wristwatch with screws and a leather strap, simple and functional. Santos Dumont strapped it on and smiled. During a public flight, thousands watched him land and checked the time with a flick of his wrist. The crowd gasped. The newspapers exploded. The wristwatch had arrived. Men who once dismissed wristwatches now demanded them. Pilots, explorers, industrialists followed. The Cartier Santos wasn't just a watch. It was a revolution. By the time Cartier had conquered the sky and bent reality with mystery clocks, it needed identity. That arrived in the form of Jeanne Toussaint, known in Paris as La Panther. She moved with elegant danger, dictating fashion instead of following it. Her apartment, leopard skins, lacquered screens, velvet cushions, was a legend. Louis Cartier met her in the 1910s. Their bond was creative, not romantic. Jeanne understood women, desire, and the power of adornment. She saw emotion in every jewel. Louis brought her into Cartier. From that moment, the house was never the same. One afternoon, Jeanne Toussaint paused over a sketch of a panther, sleek, poised, ready to strike. "This is Cartier," she said. "Elegant yet dangerous, powerful yet graceful. The perfect symbol for the modern woman." Louis understood instantly. The panther wasn't just an animal, it was Cartier's identity. Early designs were subtle, but Jeanne pushed further. In 1914, Cartier unveiled its first true panther watch in onyx and diamonds. Decades later, she created a three-dimensional panther atop a cabochon emerald for the Duchess of Windsor. Bold, sensual, magnetic, it caused a sensation. From then on, the panther became Cartier's emblem. Independence, seduction, power. Meanwhile, Jacques Cartier was far from Paris, stepping into a world of dazzling treasures. India in the early 20th century was a land of dazzling wealth, where emeralds the size of olives and rubies like embers filled royal treasuries. Jacques Cartier arrived humbly, eager to learn. The Maharaja of Patiala sought his vision: trunks of gems, thousands of diamonds, emeralds, rubies, pearls. Cartier's workshop transformed them into masterpieces blending Indian opulence with Western modernity. The result was the Patiala necklace. Nearly 3,000 diamonds, including a massive yellow stone, glowing with its own light. Soon, other rulers, the Maharani of Baroda, the Nizam of Hyderabad, princes across India, turned to Cartier. Jacques built lasting ties, attending ceremonies and sharing meals, understanding these jewels as symbols of lineage and pride. Cartier became the bridge between India's splendor and Europe's elegance. But as Cartier reached new heights, empires began to crumble. Change was coming, and the family itself would soon face a turning point. For nearly a century, Cartier meant brilliance, in gems and in vision. 3 generations had built a global empire, but even dynasties fade. In 1942, Jacques Cartier died suddenly. That same year, Louis Cartier passed away, extinguishing the house's artistic soul. Only Pierre remained, but without his brothers the empire felt heavier, and he knew the truth. There was no next generation. By 1964, Pierre sold the New York, Paris, and London branches. For the first time since 1847, Cartier no longer belonged to the family. It was the end of an era, a legend frozen in time. But legends have a way of returning. The Rebirth, Cartier in the modern age. In the 1970s, a group of investors saw what many had missed. Cartier wasn't a relic. It was a sleeping giant. They reunited the 3 branches, Paris, London, New York, under one banner for the first time in decades. And they began rebuilding the brand with a new philosophy. Cartier should not only honor its past, it should reinvent it. The result was a wave of modern icons. The Love Bracelet, 1969. Designed by Aldo Sapullo, the Love Bracelet wasn't just jewelry. It was a statement. A bracelet that locked with a screwdriver. A symbol of commitment. Cultural phenomenon. The Justin Clue, 1971. A nail bent into a bracelet. Minimalist. Rebellious. A reminder that luxury can be industrial, bold, even subversive. The Panther Collection, 1980s. Jeanne Toussaint's legacy reborn. Sleek, sensual, unmistakably Cartier. The Santos and Tank revivals. Classic designs reimagined for a new generation. Cartier wasn't just back. It was leading the modern luxury world. Cartier today, the king still reigns. Today, Cartier stands as one of the most powerful luxury houses on earth. Its boutiques span the globe. Its designs are worn by royalty, celebrities, and collectors. Its archives are studied like art history. But more importantly, Cartier has become something rare. A brand that transcends fashion. A brand that defines eras. a brand that outlived its founders and grew stronger without them. The questions we asked at the beginning now have answers. How did a tiny workshop survive revolutions, scandals, and the fall of its own dynasty? By reinventing itself again and again. What makes Cartier different from every other jeweler? Its ability to blend innovation with mythology, to create objects that feel both modern and eternal. Why does Cartier still dominate the luxury world today? Because Cartier doesn't just sell jewelry, sells identity, sells stories. It sells the feeling of belonging to something timeless. From a cramped workshop in revolutionary Paris, to the wrists of aviators, to the courts of maharajas, to the red carpets of today, Cartier has never stopped evolving, and that is why it endures.
Subscribe and like us. There will be many more stories about great companies here.